reading over all of the Equine stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because our homework was to read all of our stuff.
Well, I
And now
appreciate
it's
you doing
different.
that. It's not all different. It's a little different.
I forgot.
I'm gonna be real. I wasn't counting on you remembering.
Good, because I'm very dumb.
I've just been fucking too hot to do anything. That's my fault.
Do. Okay, and I can.
Let's see here. Gallop, Born to Run, and Unstoppable. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, cool.
Acted.
Interesting.
You're interesting.
Okay, Control F in second.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I have Cloudcraft. I gotta use that more often.
Oh! I had a actual serious question note here. In buck, the last sentence is when bucking, damage may be re-rolled.
Mhm.
Sorry, I just noticed that my that pause was because I just noticed my my little light was lighting up a whole bunch. I wanted to make sure it wasn't catching my fan or noise from the other room.
Nope.
What is the conditions by which it may be re-rolled? Is that a spending thing? Is that if you roll your damage and you can re-roll it for free?
Yeah, so becoming at level 2, Equine characters can choose to apply their kick damage twice to a single attack by giving up a second attack option. So if you decide to do that, applying your kick damage twice by giving up a second attack option, you can re-roll that damage.
Okay.
And if anybody would like to summate the last game,
We went out. So I'm thinking. We went out drinking and partying. First, Ambrose, the Vinces, and Nougat went and to the gate because they wanted for supplies, only to learn there was a nightmare out there. So they gathered the rest of us. Before we went out, we sorry, there's a wasp. We went to a bar where Fidelity danced his ass off while I sang. Then Ambrose got super high and scared everyone because they're cowards. Then we went scouting, and we found, after a while, we found two things. One was a cute walking bonfire, who I love. And the other was a nightmare that looked like a skinny humanoid that was kind of leaping around.
I believe it was standing still.
I meant
It was blowing stuff up in a
yeah, it was teleporting
in a
and
radius.
blowing stuff up. Yeah. In various intervals. That's what I meant.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we scouted that, and then we came back and told them.
Okie dokie. Everybody gets a medium, but Evelyn, just for fun. That's just like the no protest, just the defeated side. No, you can have one too.
Okay, thank you.
My medium's already maxed out. Can I donate it to Evelyn?
So you gain one. Like your cap increases by 1 until it's used.
Okay.
Nice.
So if you are below your max, you're restoring, and otherwise you will gain in excess. Once it gets used up, that's not like a new maximum. Once it gets used up, it's used up.
A temporary medium, so to speak.
Indeed.
1 extra.
1 spare. Works off of the Breath of the Wild rules for spare heights. Hearts. Hoops.
Stamina.
Stamina. Okay, I believe you had gotten back on this side of the wall. On the settlement side of the wall, you were talking to Harold, and we had stopped with Fidelity, expressing that he was feeling discontent about the perceived lack of faith in his abilities to take on the world. To which Harold is going to kind of take out a map and kind of look over it. He's already sent off the other guards to go kind of like spread the word about this thing that's lurking off in the distance, and is currently looking at sort of the other side of town, near a different part of the forest. Not completely the other side of town, because the other side of town from here is the coast, but just sort of another section of the forest that he kind of points at and says, "All right, well, if y'all are still awake anyway, let's go for a field trip and get some provisions. Then we can see about showing off a few of your newfound talents." And he kind of taps toward a section of the woods off in the corner and says, "You want to go hunting?"
I do.
Sure.
This feels like a trap now.
He chuckles and says, "Not a trap, just a little less devastating if you lose."
What do we get out of this?
Food. And I suppose an opportunity to show off.
I do like showing off.
I do like food.
And I don't like having to show off to get something to eat, so let's go! he leaves the map alone, apparently fairly knowledgeable about the local terrain, enough that he doesn't particularly need it, and grabs a few just sort of essentials from the ground. A large crossbow that looks like it'll fit him, and a nifty-looking set of kind of like claw extensions that look like they fix to a forearm. He doesn't put them on, but they definitely look like the sort of thing that hinge at the wrist, such that he can continue to run while on all fours while still having it equipped. And based on his size, they are wicked large. Each of these things are like scimitars in their own right, because he's just a huge guy.
Neat.
And he stashes those on a little hook that's on a belt. Grabs a big old vest that he puts on. It still looks a little small on him. He's all poofy around it. Kind of hooks on a belt, grabs a little gear, gets a hat. I haven't decided what kind of hat he's gonna wear.
A fedora?
What hat looks good on a big orange cat?
Fedora?
That's like an adventuring cat.
One of those.
My very tiny top hat.
Yes.
That was a lot of voices.
Safari hat.
Safari hat. Okay, fedora. Okay.
What did Tygon say?
Tygon said a fez.
A fez.
A fez.
I could kind of see a fez.
That's really good. I was gonna say one of those fishing hats that kind of just like drape over the head in all directions.
What about the Dundee
bucket
like
hat.
the Dundee like 1-up hat where it's got the brim
Oh,
on the
yeah.
side?
That's good. That's good.
That is also very good.
we'll do the safari hat with the one up the side. I guess that's not the safari. Like a pith helmet is the safari hat, right? The one that's got
Yeah,
like a
I
swivel
wasn't
brim.
thinking. I wasn't thinking a pith helmet. I was actually thinking like a Crocodile Dundee hat, but I couldn't think of the name for it.
Let's do the Dundee hat. That seems pretty good. He's gonna plop that on there. It's got one little brim
I-
up.
I was honestly considering a pith helmet too, but that would be such a huge helmet.
It would be very large. You could put an entire infant in it. As it is, he puts on this thing, a literal 10-gallon hat, and grabs some various other gear, including some water, and straps it all on, and you get some kind of idea of what this guy looks like, somewhat outfitted. He's still not wearing any kind of soldier regalia, but he is kind of dressed for, an outing. Turns out you can carry quite a bit of stuff when you're this big. So there's all kinds of pots and pans banging around. He's got stuff to cook with. Like, he's ready for a little outing. He's like, while we're out here, I can go over a little bit of gastromancy and teach you all how to cook some. That'll be useful to know.
That will be.
If we're lucky, we'll get some unique ingredients. And he kind of leads you off into the city. And says, I'd tell you all to get some water, but I think half of you can make it.
Mm-hmm.
The last
Like-
thing he does when he is looking to end is look over to Jean-Luc, who's still there and kind of ponders a little bit and says, all right, if you want to come with us, you just need to watch your ass, all right? This is not going to be a safe outing, but it's a little less potentially area clearing than a nightmare. Can you stay behind a tree? And Jean-Luc kind of nods a little bit and says, do you want to face a vicious monster? And Jean-Luc kind of nods a bit, somewhat shakily. And he says, all right, well, I want you to learn to cook, so come along, climb a tree when I tell you to. And he tosses him some rope. Y'all can speak now. Sorry, I was narrating a lot.
Oh, that's all right. I don't really have anything to add. We're going out to hunt.
By the way, the style of hat that Crocodile Dundee wears is called a down under hat.
Huh.
Uh,
Curious, as one of them is up.
I don't think it's
He will lead everybody kind of down around the outskirts of the city. Doesn't go like through it, just kind of goes around the perimeter. Gives you a chance to see some of the residential blocks. And if you're the more actual, like, higher nobility housing, that's sort of up near the top. Definitely looks like there's a degree of wealth strata in this keep. It is probably not as pronounced as it is in others. But there's, some of these homes are definitely of a higher build quality than the ones that you have, and they're also just larger than the ones that you had witnessed down toward the markets. The tendency around here appears to be building tall. So you'll see a lot of homes that just kind of like, as they become wealthier, they just kind of get taller up. It evokes the feeling of a cat tree.
Oh,
very cute.
Aw.
There are rather neat kind of designs of almost like, Frank Lloyd Wrightian kind of projecting rooms that are off of the base and different balances and stuff. It's rather elegant architecture, really. And a lot of them are connected. Even these ones have bridges going back and forth between other homes. So it seems like community is pretty tight-knit in a lot of these different places. But it definitely echoes to those of you who are from the more wetline-oriented area of, like, this just looks like a bunch of very expensive cat trees. Everybody who is from the pre-Petsco era are like, I've never witnessed this before. And everybody who's from, like, 1970 on are like, this feels like it should be shrouded in carpet.
Yeah.
Strange beach rope these trees are covered in.
What queer designs.
But you do get to see them all kind of wandering back and forth on the bridges and saying hi to each other and stuff like that. They all seem to be having a day. Oh, we're still pretty late. It's early in the morning. You're seeing a couple of them kind of wandering as the day begins.
I lay an egg.
It's not time yet. We haven't crowed.
Never mind, put it back in.
So someone just picks Nugget up and just shoves it back in.
Waiter, it's not your turn.
Look! Yeah.
You'll get off to the other end of the another one of the exits, which has been told by way of swifter messenger about the nightmare outside and has also closed up. But when they see Harold and listen to what he's up to, they nod and let you through to one of the smaller side gates rather than the large gate. They don't seem to have a problem with you going out front. This is a pretty fair distance from where the nightmare was spotted, and according to what he said earlier, this type doesn't really wander that much, so there isn't a lot of risk of it just kind of coming all the way up, miles up to the gate, if it's not bothered. So he is going to take you out front into the woods, where there is a nice stream and a little place to walk around. It says, we got a little bit of walking before we hit the territory where I know there's some activity. After that, we'll have to do a little bit of tracking, see what we can find. But until then, I don't know, enjoy the scenery.
I will.
Like, so, sorry, go ahead.
How's it?
It's like, so what changed that suddenly you have any kind of amount of confidence in us? It's almost like an update was released that with a bunch of monsters that need tested.
He picks his way through the scraps of the fourth wall as he's trying to step across it, and proceeds to kind of roll his eyes a little bit and says, "Listen, I don't know what it is that you're on this kick about not confidence, but I'm pretty sure I was there defending an entire building with you against a Prelacy attack."
Mm-hmm. He's just grumpy.
I missed my nap.
He did.
It just kind of goes, Fidelity, there are scales of engagement. You understand that, right? Not everything is just a schoolyard bully.
What was that, Tycon?
Vincetta is giving Fidelity an almost scandalized look.
He kind of points out to the forest and says, I have every confidence that we should be enough to take care of whatever's out here. But mostly because I know whatever's out here. And that said, there's going to be some conflicts that are easier or more savage than others, and I'm rather hoping we don't run into anything too large because we're not exactly packing ballista with us, but I think between the lot of us, we ought to be okay.
Oh no, a variety of monsters.
It was a big update.
Fidelity is just grumpy because he needs a nap, a snack pack, and a Capri Sun.
A nap, a snack pack, and a hard dicking.
Nugget's also hungry, but like hangry, so...
That's true. There is a lot out here that is nugget-sized comestible. By the way, did you go back to being chicken-shaped, or are you still snake-shaped?
Still snake-shaped, since we just came
So
out.
snake laid an egg.
I mean, they do that too.
They do that.
Not yet.
Yeah, so I forgot to have Harold react to that then, because that's not a thing he's saying. He goes, oh, wow, new look, Nugget, very pretty.
Thank you.
He kind of tilts his head a little bit and says, I haven't seen your variety in, gosh, a very long time. I think there's one other one in Inlest that I'm aware of.
My variety?
Yeah, muses tend to embody certain shapes. You've got a name. You are a Lois and Seti.
Oh. Wow.
Is that like a Christine Dior?
The reference is lost on our poor fellow.
I thought her name was Nugget.
He says, your name is Ambrose too, but you still have a title.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
He looks over to the kind of floating serpentine shape and says, have you like bit anybody by chance?
I bit someone? Yeah.
Yeah, he nods a little bit. Says, as I recall correctly, there is a wow. I can't even say that right now without evoking. I've been watching a lot of Iron Chef lately, just for reasons.
Ah.
And now if I say that, all I can imagine is this guy being like, if I recall correctly, and then going on an extremely specific descriptor of someone like contestant. It says if I recall correctly, Lois and Seti can actually extract medium from blood. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but something to look out for, I guess, if you get into combat.
Interesting. So, like, vampire snakes.
He
Well,
go on.
I do have a taste for it.
That is incredibly disturbing.
It is a very kind of like you note that Nugget is larger than Nugget was before. Somebody else who has noticed this is Jean-Luc, who is looking distinctly more wary on account of like large snakes or anything that Jean-Luc does not have a lot of experience with, significantly less than chickens.
A snake with the bloodlust of a chicken. Terrifying.
He's actually gonna kind of like look over at Nugget and be like, "So are you still Nugget, or did you? I mean, I suppose that's difficult to tell because Nugget was a different thing like 2 days ago anyway."
I mean, I still feel like me. I just kind of stretched out.
You're not gonna eat me, are you? I didn't eat you.
No. We promised we wouldn't eat each other. Remember?
Okay.
Like I'm not allowed to eat any like bees like Ambrose. Like
Thank you.
All right.
we all promised. No eating each other.
Are you gonna eat anybody
Even if
else?
you look delicious.
He kind of swallows a little bit of that, and somewhere in the back of Jean-Luc's mind is a very deep and personal reckoning with the idea of the pecking order and who gets to eat whom, which is not a thing he particularly had to be concerned with earlier in his life, but is now finding it to be in a very different order than it once was.
But we're friends.
Yes, we are.
Nugget just smiles down at him.
He's like, that's a really big mouth.
That's what she said. Okay.
How big is Nugget now?
I don't know, like 6 to 10 feet long. It's kind of
Jesus.
wiggly,
Big boa constrictor size. Got some girth. Sufficient that Ambrose, if incapacitated, might be concerned.
Oh.
No, Ambrose for sure. Ambrose is a snack. Sorry, I meant Jean-Luc.
Ah.
This is where the Everglade rumors of snakes consuming people come from.
Right.
It's specifically Nugget. It's no other snake but Nugget.
And it's canon because we fell through a painting.
Yeah.
And now.
You travel along for a little while, just kind of getting a feel for the woods as the light is coming up. At some point or another, dawn does break and Nugget does produce an egg somewhere, which may or may not be dinner or breakfast. There's a kind of like blinking and Harold will be like, "You gonna eat? Can I eat that? Is that even edible? I don't even know what's in that Nugget."
If y'all aren't going to eat it, I will.
It just, it was, don't we need to wash it? It was just like laid.
I'm not even certain if it is a thing that is organic, Harold says, kind of blinking and scratching his head. Some of the finer points of this are a little lost on me. It's not fertilized, is it?
What's
Who would have
fertilized?
fertilized?
I don't know, Harold says. Listen, I'm not actually an expert on this kind of thing. My supply of muses that I've been intimate with is somewhat sparse of late.
Are you not from a time when they had chickens?
Of late?
Can muses even be fertilized?
Jean-Luc liked eating my eggs.
Jean-Luc is looking at this egg with horror like, oh my god, I did. He's like not even sure how to process this.
Fidelity looks over at Nugget and is and it's just like, is it possible that this egg could hatch into a chick? Have you done the stuff that requires that?
What?
To put it
What
delicately, have you been dorked?
What's dorked?
Oh, great Ghost on the Machine. Did you have sex recently?
There's a look over from Jean-Luc to Ambrose of like, he called me a dork once. Is that supposed to be?
Ambrose will be like, I don't know.
No. I haven't been in a pen with roosters, if that's what you're asking.
Close enough. I don't think it's fertilized.
They didn't take me to the Clark house.
Nugget's just very confused by the situation because all I've ever seen are other hens.
That's true.
Nugget, like, I did not balk Tua on anything recently.
Click on that thing.
Never known the touch of another cock.
Harold's just kind of gonna look at it and be like, I'm not even certain. This is not a thing I've seen. I don't know what to. Okay, we're either eating it or breaking it. I don't want to leave it here. This feels
eat
like
it.
leaving magic
Let's eat
sitting
it.
around.
Wait, eating it or dying it? Like,
It's not Easter, so we're not dying.
Okay, well, we can probably get a bit of a scramble out of here, so why not? Here, we'll set up. We're not that far away from where we're going to go, and the food will, the smell of the food might attract wildlife anyway. He begins putting stuff together to start a fire.
Is it like a
Ostrich
great
size?
big egg?
Yeah,
is it
I
huge egg?
gotta assume it's coming out of a snake, right? So we're talking like ostrich egg kind of thing.
How big
Yeah,
is
it was a leathery shell. Sorry, go on.
I was saying, I'm picturing it like in Dungeon Meshy when they get the cockatrice eggs.
Yes.
Yeah, they're probably sizable. That being
also,
said,
how
go on.
big is Nugget now? Like I don't have. I was imagining like a chicken's mass expands into a coatl or a coaf.
Oh, I kind of figured we were talking like an anaconda-sized snake.
yeah,
Okay. So like
kind
giant. Yeah, okay, like giant great boa kind of snake.
Yeah, big old thing. Now of particularly formidable size, with big pretty feathers. But
A
also,
big old thing.
no part of the egg laying is a thing that is required by organic chemistry so much as a thing that Nugget believes she has to do. So the size and or consistency may be leathery, or it may just kind of be like, oh, it's the morning time. This is when yep, there it is, and and it just kind of happens.
Egg Tua.
We'll get the.
Fuck you guys, that was bold.
We've already done it though. We did the whole cock to a.
But not egg Tua, that was new.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. We did Harold gets the fire set up. And he's got tools to light it, but he's actually gonna kind of step back a little bit and let somebody who has fire starting abilities get some practice in. And he says, "See if you can paint this thing up without lighting the entire campfire up at the same time. Work on a little control. One of you has fire, I think."
I don't.
I have ignite.
Yeah, that'll do.
I
was
confused
muted.
the egg. It's fertilized now.
The egg's like, I wish to be!
It pops little eggs like Sheldon from US Acres.
You just crack the egg and it says, "Oh, I would love to have some cat girl ears."
Ah!
The egg just starts screaming in a very human voice once it starts cooking.
Oh god.
So yeah, you can go ahead and paint the campfire alight if you wish. There is no there is a mechanism for this, but the chances of you failing it are extremely slim. So if you want to just say it.
Yeah.
We fucking crack it and Gudetama comes out.
Hey,
Oh, why is this egg depressed?
Alex, you were gonna say something?
yeah, I just want to, I guess, paint the fire onto the tinder that's been piled up.
Okie dokie. Let's go through the motions just so that we know how to do them. In the Gallery Strokes Complete file, Ignite is under F1, which you have. Says cost 2, saturate 2. Saturating means that you dedicate more medium to it to cause it to be more powerful. You don't really need to do that here. All you're doing is lighting stuff up, so you're not using it offensively in any particular way. Paints fire into being, igniting a mundane object, as in the sticks down at the bottom. So, how much medium do you have?
Currently 4.
Okay, so what you would normally do is you would roll 4 d4s, and as long as you rolled equal or over the cost, which is 2, it would work. As it is, you physically cannot fail. So, you don't really need to bother rolling.
Okay.
So yeah, describe that as you will.
Yeah, so on the piled up tinder that's been gathered, I just want to sort of look at it and using one of my wings, sort of paint some brush strokes of like up and down, like how fire would be, and then it just sort of pops into being as it lights on the tinder.
Nice. It lights up, and he grins a little bit and says, "Nice job." And now we have a campfire. It's going to be right there in this little clearing. If everybody wants to bring their tokens out, or I guess I do that if I do that, who brings tokens out? Do you bring tokens out? Do I bring tokens out?
We should.
We are not on the map.
Yeah, it's still like the flatlands and forest and.
Yeah.
I think that is the map.
That is the map.
Oh.
You're in the
Okay.
flatland of forest.
Okay.
There's
We are not on the map that you have going on in the background.
We
Oh.
still have the overworld sketch.
That's okay. It was weird on the thing there. All right, here you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And here is your fire.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie.
It's too big a fire. There we go.
Can I create like a spiraling wind that takes the smoke straight up so none of us have to bother with it?
You can. Up to 1 minute per motif characteristic, but there's nothing stopping you from continually painting that. So you're going to have to refresh it every once in a while.
Sounds good to me.
Mhm.
1 minute per characteristic.
Yeah, so you're at 2 minutes right now.
Let me pierces the world with his horns. Medium leaks down, and he does kind of like a pirouette that forms it into a spiral and places that spiral over the smoke.
Y'all get to see the smoke take an interesting shape as it goes up, and Harold kind of looks like he's having fun seeing this. He seems to be somebody who's just sort of like genuinely enamored with the various antics of Muses and Medium, and he says, "Can you make it do shapes?"
It's like prop maybe. I will attempt to make it do different shapes. Like a ship.
Do a mind exert and craftsmanship.
Okie dokie, give me just a second to see how terribly low that stat is. Yep, exactly. That's what I thought. What's the difficulty?
Just one.
Oh, okay. What's the stat that I'm...
Mind exert and
Oh,
craftsmanship.
my number lock's not on. That's what's causing the problem. There we go. 2d8, thank you. Craftsmanship. Oh, I don't have any of that. I should get some. Oh wait, I can't just get some. For a second, I was like, I had HSD brain. I'll twist that.
Okay. Go ahead and toss a D4 at it if you wish.
I believe it's a D6 for me.
It is a D6. You can do that too.
Son of a-
Oh, vicious.
Oh wait, hold on.
Wow.
I typed the code in wrong. I hit a plus instead of a thing, but I got a 1 anyway.
One anyway.
Anyway.
You do your best. The formation of a ship begins to happen. You actually try to throw a little brute force medium at it, but ultimately it doesn't quite form up. He kind of nods and gives a little clap and says, "Hey, it was close."
It's like, I'll work on it.
He nods a bit and kind of sits down. He actually pulls out a pipe and grabs a little stick and kind of gets it going. As he's sitting down on one of these rocks over here. I don't know if I've got a graphic for a giant cat, but let's see what I can find real quick. And says, this is basically how you do it. Medium is a thing that you can conjure as easily as anything else in your body, but artistry, that takes practice.
It's like, yeah, it's hard. It's not easy like sports.
He goes, did you play sports?
It's like, yeah, I was on the basketball team.
What is a basketball team?
It's where you toss a ball into a basket and score points with that.
Fidelity fuming over this gross oversimplification.
Like, without going into it too much, I mean, that's basically it. But there's all kinds of other rules. You have to bounce the ball every time you take a step.
Wait, what is this ball made out of that you can bounce it like that?
Rubber?
Oh, he nods a little bit. We had a little of that back in the coffee shop. I was never really sure where it came from.
I think it comes from a tree in South America.
I'm pretty sure it comes from a factory. Fidelity just kind of rolls his eyes like that was the simplest thing in the world.
A tree factory.
And where do they get the materials for the factory, Fidelity?
I don't know.
It's all synthesized.
Aw.
I'm gonna go with this one. He's kind of a bear
I was
anyway.
gonna put the kitty. Can you bring the kitty back anyway?
The kitty was too hard to see at this background, so I'm gonna grab this one so we're not having to search for the icon over and over again.
I just wanted to ping the kitty.
Where did the kitty go? I've lost
Factory.
the kitty. This is this is why I didn't use the kitty. The kitty was hard to find. There we go. That's gonna be Harold for now. Until I can find a better icon for him, which I should probably do. Although he was gonna split from the party sometime soon.
Oh.
As you guys
Ooh,
go on
spoiler.
your adventure. But yeah, he sits down with his pipe and kind of looks appreciatively at the forest and says, "Not gonna lie, it's nice to be out of the city again."
You seem to be quite popular.
Yeah, kind of shrugs a little bit and says, "Different life, different habits. I still go back there once in a while. It's not like I'm gone all the time, but I don't really like to stay."
Understandable.
How come?
Certain expectations, I suppose. He says, "I was career for a very long time until I was able to kind of negotiate this out for it. There's a lot of pageantry, a lot of performance, a lot of expectation that I don't particularly want to stand up to anymore. It's not that I don't love the place that I'm from." And he kind of like nods back toward the walls. Y'all are a ways away now, but you can still see Caterwauling off in the distance. And he says, "I was proud to defend it. We kept a lot of people safe. Caterwaulin's not a imperialistic facility. We're not looking to expand beyond our borders. So I didn't particularly feel awful about doing it, but there's a point where you just kind of want to help individuals more than you want to stand up for a system of any sort."
I understand. Still, it's a lovely city.
He nods and kind of points off toward a general area of it. It's hard to really tell where he's gesturing because you're very far away at this point, but he's like, "There was a spot right over there that I had a home in for a while." Kind of looked off over the east wall.
Pretty.
Fidelity is sitting and listening to all of this and just being very still and quiet for a change.
He says, "We had a couple campaigns of trying to establish some routes between here and some of the neighbor facilities. Ultimately ended up being a little more difficult than hoped. There is a half-finished railroad between us and the next town up. That one I still think might be worth trying to complete, but he sort of shrugs a little bit and says, there's a point where you're trying to fight the local terrain a little much. Pretty heavy monstrous population up in that area. You either try to force them all out, or you just sort of let nature take its course."
For clarification, are we talking railroad with trains or?
Yeah, we have trains.
Okay, neat.
Caterwauling doesn't specifically have one on its interior. They're too loud for us, but some of the larger keeps do. This terrain's difficult to build them in, though, unless you're trying to incorporate heavy blasting, which we just don't really have the resources for.
Why would anyone ever do trains instead of automobiles?
He kind of lifts a brow and says, as in, like, the small single-person trains?
Yes, that you can go take anywhere as long as that area is a paved road.
He kind of chuckles a little bit and says, "Let me know when you find a paved road. I can't even walk down Main Street without tripping in a pothole."
I guess some things never change in that regard.
You recall that the most of the roads in Caterwauling that you're aware of are cobble, and they are a little rough and tumble.
I like trains.
I like trains.
There's some beautiful ones in other parts of the world. Actually, Inlest has a couple too, but not quite in this area. More toward the north. I hear that there's a giant one over in the Prelacy Keep. I've never seen it, but muses that have flown over have reported it before. Supposedly it goes underground at some point. I don't know where it ends up.
Has any nation ever come together to try and just get rid of these guys?
He shakes his head and says, "It's not like As I understand it, over on the canvas side of things, there are kind of larger collective nations than there are over here. Most of us are fairly independent. There's one particularly big one, I guess several particularly big ones, that would have a reasonable chance. But it would have to be sort of worth their while, and I don't know that any of the smaller ones trust them anymore. He
Fair
kind of
enough.
gestures off toward the mountain and says, "They're pretty foul. The folks up there on the ivory tower. But one thing that has been at least a stability for us is they tend not to grow very quickly. It's difficult for them to expand. They rely so feverishly on their dogma that the more ideas they intercept, the more difficult it is to keep people thinking in very narrow boxes. So they tend to stay put. This is the first time we've seen them move in this degree in pretty much the entire time that I've been here. And it's because they've got something worth going for." He kind of like points his pipe over to Jean-Luc and says, "Your timeline specifically is pretty juicy."
Lots of potential followers.
It didn't seem that wet to me.
He grins.
Like there's a lot of honey to be got. Oh, that might work out a little. If they try going into John Luke's time, Ambrose's horror beehive will probably give them a lot of trouble.
That is true.
He nods and says, "We can hope. I don't know if it'll be enough trouble, but it's something. If nothing else, they might solve that problem for us."
Suppose.
He just kind of like sighs a little bit and says, "I always feel a little remorse when we lose a draft, even a draft that isn't, particularly pleasant, which a lot of them aren't, but they're a part of you and they're kind of important."
It's not always good to keep every part of ourself.
He nods and says, "Yeah, unfortunately, I mean mechanically. If you ever need a patron to rebuild you, if you, and he kind of like tilts his head and makes a dead face, they need a draft in order to do it. It's sort of a key ingredient."
Oh.
But he kind of holds his paws up and says, "But, I mean, it's not like everybody's ever entitled to more than one life." And he kind of like winks at Ambrose.
Ambrose will smile, not quite understanding.
The egg comes along rather deliciously. He's got a series of different spices and stuff that he puts in it. And Jean-Luc is actually somewhat eager to help out on this one when the egg comes out looking like an egg. He's a little confused of why it looks like a chicken egg when it came out of an egg that was only kind of vaguely chickenish, but like it's giant and cooks like egg, so he's pleased to be able to assist. Together, a scramble is put together that's very tasty. Everybody can get themselves some food. There are no gastromancy properties to this. It's just a meal.
That's fine.
Food,
Yum.
food.
Ambrose will eat.
Okay.
I'll eat, but like Evelyn, like me, eggs are disgusting.
I love eggs. I want eggs now. It's just too hot to cook.
The huevos are consumed. The huevos are rancheroed. And you all feel a little bit more stuffed. He grabs some
We have
other stuff.
salsa?
What's that?
We have salsa?
We do not. I just was.
How do we make huevos
know.
rancheros?
I know it. I was just making goofy things with words.
I know. That's what I'm doing now.
We'll clear the pan out and kind of hold it in front of Ambrose and say water. And Ambrose goes, and he kind of holds his hands and does his best to produce. And there is this kind of moment in silence to see, or sorry, not Ambrose, Jean-Luc. Jean-Luc is trying to produce a stream of water, which is cost 2. So it is possible. I keep minimizing that when I need it. Come back. Pulls it off. And to his delight, is able to make water emerge and kind of flood the pan to a little applause and a little hair ruffle from the big cat, who's just got like this giant paw on his head. They scrub the pan out. Jean-Luc kind of looks beaming over to Ambrose and said, "I did magic."
Ambrose will beam and be like, "I'm proud of you."
He kind of like splashes in the water of it and says, "Is it drinkable?" It's like, "Yeah, it's I mean, it's normal water for all the world that we know." And he proceeds to taste it and be like, "Tastes like sin."
No.
Hey, John, can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you move Ambrose onto a square?
Ambrose is doing the leg spread.
Okay.
Needs to take up 2 squares.
He needs to take up 2 squares, but he's only like 6 inches tall right now, so it's like,
Is
He's
his
taking
magic
up-
his legs to be 6 feet wide?
Yeah.
yeah.
He puts it back on the pan and grabs some new material. Looks like various blocks of fat or wax, and puts it in there and says bait. And lets it warm up in a new odor, somewhat less pleasant. It's kind of a bit of a appeal to it, but it's definitely a lot more pungent, definitely a lot more musky, and kind of less edible feeling than the first one. And it hangs thick in the air, like it's very you can just kind of taste it.
I press a handkerchief to my nose. Ugh.
And he'll nod over to Fidelity and say, "If you want to spread this smell around, that'll help.
I will do so.
You can kick up some wind and get it circulating." And he'll just kind of point out to various trees and stuff and says, "So, I don't know for certain what we're going to attract here, but based on the various smaller creatures we've seen in the area, I think it's going to be roughly yay big." He kind of holds his hand out to something that is about the size of like a cougar, and probably I would be surprised if there was more than 2 of them, maybe 3 at a given time. Hopefully not much larger than that. It would be good if we could get the ambush on them, but it really depends on what sort they are. They might see us coming. I suggest, and he kind of points over to the trees that are kind of over in this area over here, and says, "You either hop up a tree or hop behind it, and we hope that we see them before they see us."
All right.
Ambrose, first things first, is going to don his armor.
Good call.
Very important. I learned that last time. And then he is going to, hang on, I zoomed out. I need to zoom out. Oh, that's way too far. He is going to come hide, we'll say, in this tree.
Harold will gesture to the rest of you and says, "If wear it if you got it." Which, as a general reminder, armor is a thing that you can conjure onto in a kind of magical transformation sense. So you don't have to be carrying that around. You pull it out of your instrument.
I'll do it.
I do so, yeah.
Yeah.
You will all suit up. What does your armor look like? This is your magical transformation sequence.
Oh,
Here,
God.
let me find a picture real quick.
Wait, I think I have one for this.
That's a good question.
Oh, baby, you know it. I know this isn't me, but I'm with it already. Get to the right damn server. I'll post a picture.
I guess just a breastplate.
Oh, nice.
Oh my
Ambrose'
god.
solid gold armor. How pronounced is the codpiece? I need to know.
It's about it's the same amount of pronounce as Lil Nas X has there.
Oh, yeah.
Because he doesn't know that his armor should shape that way. So
I
we're
want
not
him to
talking-
have the secondary piece that's just like the sculpted armor that's just the sculpted erect.
Yes,
like
amazing.
cod pieces.
it's my nozzle protector.
Text the stinger. Fun fact about stingers, they evolved from ovipositor.
Yep. It's awesome.
Oviposit these nuts in your mouth?
That was a stretch.
You see, it's basically snake scales, but armor.
Nice. I love that.
Very cool.
I guess just a cloak of feathers for me.
I am not bothering because I don't have to.
That's true.
Fair enough. You're made of stone.
Uh-huh.
Any cougar tries to bite you, it's going to chip its damn teeth.
Where's everybody else going?
My armor looks like something that is not armor. It looks like it was designed for
Strip club?
a dance thing. I don't know how to describe this.
String bikini.
Banana hammock?
Better sling.
Where the
I guess don't.
What are you trying to find, Alex?
Boop.
There you go.
I'm just bad with the Roll20 controls.
In
And,
fairness, the Roll20 controls are not necessarily all that great.
And yes, for the purposes of actually being able to be in a tree and not break it, we will assume a less heavy shape.
Okay.
Aluminum.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Do
think
you-
that's an option.
At some point, you get the ability to actively control your weight. I don't know if you've got that yet.
I'm pretty sure I have not had that yet.
Okay. But you climb the tree, and then you get up there, and then you realize that it's actually very difficult to descend that tree with claws that curve inward. And there's this moment of panic in your mind of, how do we get down? How do I get down from the tree? I'm stuck in the tree. The urge to
no.
meow. The urge to meow grows. Suddenly you understand.
It all makes so much sense now.
Fiddle, are you going to just hang out by the fire, or do you want to find a place to stalk?
I am sorry. I can't describe what I'm wanting, so I've shared a picture,
Okay.
and it is as ridiculous as you can imagine.
Fantastic.
Amazing. I was going to go
love
for
it.
something crazy like that for Ambrose, but I saw Lil Nas X, and I'm like, I like that.
First of all, I will help John Luke get to wherever he wants to do. I'll give him a boost.
He will climb up the tree that Ambrose is in.
And I will hop up in a different tree.
Okay. I like
Or a
the
skulk in a bush, if there's a bush.
the name of this is Charismatico. It's good stuff.
Right?
Yeah, you can like pop into that one if you want.
Oh, right. There's a map.
There is a map. Yeah. Which we'll put our big guy over here, who is actually going to kind of like pull his cloak around himself and actually kind of take on a pretty convincing looking shroud of this rock here. Looks like this is probably some kind of local ranger gear.
Man, he's gonna Sam and Frodo out of sight.
Mm-hmm. Which almost works in his favor just because of the sheer size of him. It doesn't look out of place. He just kind of looks like another really big rock. And from here is the waiting game to see who and or what arrives. This is also an opportunity to remind you all that you now have a new ability to communicate over short range.
Nice.
So that was on page 74, I think. I'm wrong. It's not on 74. It's on 79. It's about 50 feet. So the map are 3-foot squares. Which for some reason they're not being sized as that. I don't. Can we change some page settings? Okay.
There it is.
There we go. 3. Save. Okay. So yeah. Most of y'all are in relative range to each other. Actually, you're kind of far away, Fidelity, for having mind conversations with other folks, but everybody else is pretty close to each other. This only works on other creatures made of medium. You are essentially vibrating the very material they're made out of.
Okay.
Some time goes on. I'm going to say over 2 hours of just kind of waiting to see what happens here. At one point or another, you're pretty sure you're hearing Harold just snoozing. That goes through it. I imagine some of you are probably bored out of your minds at this point.
Vincent definitely fell asleep.
Yeah. There's like the hanging out in the tree that takes place. If somebody wanted to move into conversation range at any given point just because they're tired of waiting around, feel free to do so. One of the few people that did not appear to be particularly deterred is Jean-Luc, who has just kind of done this with fish before and knows that sometimes it just takes a long time.
I've kind of wrapped my wings around myself like a fluffy blanket and just snoring softly.
Ambrose is making a beehive out of leaves and sticking it together with medium. He's just very bored.
As you're doing that, there's this kind of thought in your mind of, is this what I did all day?
Fidelity will hop down and go pick a closer tree.
You can now converse with most of the other folks.
Ambrose is also going to be thinking a little song in his head that he doesn't know everyone else can hear. That's just like, I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored.
I'll flutter over to this one and I'll add in on the song Perfect Harmony. I'm bored. Oh, so bored.
Thought you were snoozing.
I was until I heard that.
There's a musical opportunity, so she didn't want to like give up on it.
Exactly. These things are important, goddammit.
There is a little moment where you encounter something that you weren't necessarily expecting to encounter. It's a brief thing, but there is a notion that just kind of like wanders by, floating by on various bird-like wings. They are flying through the sky, and they kind of circle around you, and you hear them similarly chattering, "I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored." And they kind of like echo it off each other like parrots. But they're using the same kind of communication you're using. You just hear it in your head before they move along.
Well, that was oddly cute.
It was.
Extremely so.
You guys saw it too. I thought I had the DTs.
What?
I get your El Hazard
What?
reference. In the English dub, oh, sorry,
Go
I was
on.
going to explain real quick, just so you guys are in the loop. In the English dub of El Hazard World, their gym teacher is an alcoholic, and they get, it's basically an isekai,
It's an
so in this
isekai.
new world, and these strange creatures wander by, and one of the kids comments on them, and he goes, "You saw those too? I thought I had the DTs," which is a abbreviation for, I can't remember. It's
Delirium
a Latin
tremens.
term, but yeah, it's like when you're detoxing and you start hallucinating.
I had forgotten about the El Hazard dub. It's good stuff.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Damn it all! Where the hell is the head?
There'll be a little stirring over in the rock as Harold kind of peeks his head over his cloak and goes, "There were gossips. Relax. They just kind of mimic what they hear."
Neat.
Interesting.
Gossips.
This place is so weird.
Wait, Harold can talk to us and
No, he can hear the gossips. So he is aware that you were all thinking to each other, "I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored," but he can't hear that. The gossips speak for everybody. They're just kind of like chattering out loud.
oh,
But they will wander off. But the last thing that comes out of them, go ahead and actually let's see if anybody notices this. Do a body perceive at difficulty 1.
Alright.
Okay, let me look at my character sheet. My body perceive is 3. Oh, so I roll 2d10?
Mhm.
I've never had one this high before, so
My owl eyes see all.
So you're trying to hear.
My owl ears hear all. Fun
And
fact,
what's
owls
the
have very
difficulty?
good...
What was that?
What was the difficulty?
1.
I'll spend my extra medium and twist that.
whose body or mind perceive?
Body.
It's supposed to be.
Yes, I
yeah,
just
plus
made it.
2.
Remember, not everybody has to pass this. A couple of you already have.
True, I just like passing because I feel bad when I fail. I'm like Lisa Simpson.
I'm okay with my sad roll.
Those of you who passed hear another sound that come from the gossips as they're departing. It is the sound of crunching leaves and an utterance that definitely sounds like a vocalization, but it's certainly not human. There's a growl and a clicking and a more sort of just animalic sound coming from it. Harold off in the distance by the rock grins and goes, "You hear that? That thing they said when they left? They've heard that recently. Something's coming."
Oh, nice.
I like that they're like butterflies in the Princess Bride, or no, the Last Unicorn.
Are they really? I don't remember.
What
At the
is the butterfly and the last unicorn was basically a bard.
Oh,
They just remember little bits and pieces of songs and poems they've heard in their wanderings, and they don't make any sense.
yeah. There's a degree of that. Actually, if you want to read about them, they're on page 311. There's a whole section of notions now called whimsies.
Nice.
That are just little
Oh.
critters doing stuff.
Aw.
Oh, there's some called vexations. I don't know what they are, but I already like them.
I've known this creature for 5 seconds, but if anything happened to them, I kill everyone in this room and myself.
He puts the rock over or the cloak over his head again, and there is silence, and we will have an approach of creatures. I think it's gonna be.
Oh no, not creatures.
They're creatures with crutches.
Yeah.
Now I feel even more bad about hurting them.
Oh,
That'll do.
Would you Tygon?
one of the whimsies are called candles.
Aww.
They are living flames that love nothing more than to hang out at the end of fuel sources and watch the world.
Aww.
That's what was in the bar, keeping the candles lit.
So cute.
Well, they're going to be oddly skinny because I want them to be this long, but then I have to put them between. Thingies. This is too hard to see. We have to use the cartoony ones. I'm going to use this for the sake of visibility. This is not actually how they look.
My
But
people.
all of the kind of like wolfy-ish ones just disappear on this map. So
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
trotting in from the east, come a trio of almost raptor-like creatures, standing taller than Harold had kind of initially described them as standing. Or potentially standing, and certainly a little larger as well. These things kind of had the bearing of the Jurassic Park raptors. They look a little different. There's a general like morphism to two of them that looks like what am I going to give these guys? I have all these new toys to use.
I'm like, whoa. They said they'd be cougar size, but those things are way bigger than Evelyn.
Actually, you know what I can do? I can roll for these because that is just more interesting. And we'll find out what happens. So the monster section is kind of set up like a menu right now, so you can generate kind of whatever you want to. I'm going to see what happens if I kind of create one at random.
Nice. I don't say anything over the link, but you could just feel my red eyes boring into you at that.
Fidelity remains oblivious.
While Emmy gets set up, may I share one of my all-time favorite tweets with everybody that talking about monsters has made me think of? It's just a tweet that says, "I just flew in from the island of Dr. Moreau, and boy, are my arms tigers."
So dumb.
That's really good.
Wow.
Yay!
Sword level pun.
That's delightful.
Yay! I'm glad.
Did you know Island of Dr. Moreau has an RPG too?
I did not.
Does?
It does. It really seemed like an odd property to convert, but it's there. If I was going to ever use that particular like concept in a game, I would 100% convert it to Blue Submarine number 6. It's basically the same story.
What were you saying, Tygon?
Oh, just that I should not be surprised.
Ah.
I think it's recent too. Like this isn't an old game.
Huh.
Okay, first
It
creature.
funded on Kickstarter last month.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
So 2
it's brand
months
new.
ago.
Wild. First creature is going to have... That's a 20. That I don't think I've got 20 of these. That's an 18. This probably... 10, 11, 12, 13... Wow, I'm rolling a d20, and I'm rolling very well. I need to stop doing that, apparently. 15,
I
okay.
noticed.
One of them has Regenerator. I probably shouldn't be telling you this out loud, but one of the monsters has a series of kind of fine scarring on it. Looks like it's been beat up a lot, but doesn't appear to be damaged. One of them, I need to stop rolling this dice. It rolls too well.
Roll it for us.
That's a spin down, that's why. There we go. I rolled an actual d20 and got a 2. There's that good luck. One of them appears to have veins that are kind of luminous. They're almost putting off like a soft glow as it's walking, as it kind of steps down. The places where it impacts glows a little brighter. I'm going to put some tags on people so that I can keep track of who has what. I'm going to call the green one there, that one. We're going to call this one over here, that one. And then the last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one has a bunch of kind of like deep purple spikes that are kind of showing out of it, and those also give off a bit of a luminous glow. There we go. As they are stepping in there, they are carefully kind of nosing about, keeping an eye on things, and they are going to check to see what they can see. There is a definite, like, palpable concern with these things. They are not small. They are, each one of them, at least the weight of Fidelity, if not heavier. Big long tails, teeth, and kind of multiple eyes. And oh, what weapon name am I going to give them? Let's see here. Yeah, just vicious claws and teeth. We'll start simply. Okay, and they are going to see who they can find. So, attempting to perceive. Everybody roll your stealths.
Okay.
Diff.
2.
Okay, and what stat is this?
Body exert.
I'm bad
What
at
does
that.
a fault do in this system?
It complicates it, so your difficulty goes to 3.
And a boon does the opposite.
Yeah.
And it's body exert.
Fuck me.
Yeah. Y'all are using the trees, so I will have you simplify, but I don't think that's going to save your rolls there.
Nope.
Everybody got a little too lax after 2 hours.
A moment. Oh, there.
Somehow, the extremely bright bird manages to stay concealed.
Right next to them.
Maybe you're above the tree line.
I believe I have stealth, yes. Oh, crap.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm going to roll this dice, but I want you to know I don't know that I need to.
Vincent is probably snoring.
Actually, did not roll terribly well. But it is enough to see some of y'all. So they get to about here before there's a kind of look up toward the trees and a collective snarling and clicking, and they will kind of burst into a sudden grouping of speed. So let's have everybody roll initiative. And we will commence this hunt.
Initiative, I have +5 to that, and it's a D10 plus your initiative, right?
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Zero.
Hey, John, did you order a sheet set?
Yes, I did, because mine has a huge fucking hole in it.
Okay, well, there's a sheet set here.
Okay, I'll get it later.
You know we have other sheet sets down here.
Yeah, but they all feel really gross against my skin.
Okay.
I just got the same kind that I had before, but purple. I'm going to click my initiative button because I forgot I had one, but I'm just going to stay with the 6 that I had. I just want to be on the chart.
There's an initiative button.
The pre-made HSD character sheets have an initiative macro, and that mechanic actually works the same way in this game. But like, it's just D10 plus whatever your initiative score is.
I did good.
So did I. I
that's
didn't
a lot
do
of
too bad
initiative.
as well.
Everybody rolled pretty well. However, the monsters are monsters and are very, very fast. So they rolled very well. Turn. The burst of speed. Oh God! Tell me I can get that back without it resetting everything.
What?
I just clicked the X on the initiative. Where'd it
Oh
go?
no!
It should be the same if you just hit the
Yeah.
clock button again. Sorry, Tygon.
Supposed to be there.
Clock button. Where are you, clock button?
Just the initiative button.
I'll try to.
I don't
find
know
it.
if it's still a clock.
Turn order. Here we go. It is not. It is a hamburger with a sword. First one, burst into speed. Boom. Movement is hefty. Is going to charge in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To the base of the tree. Does not have enough remaining movement to try to get up it.
That's okay. We'll come down.
I did not actually. Oh yeah, this one. Okay. Okay, that's fine. You can see it scrambling at the bottom of the tree. This very large, frightening beast down at the bottom. Looks like it is very capable of getting up here. It's just a little quiet from that one first burst of speed, but it has more actions that it can do. So, action number 2, it is actually going to try to leap up and lands on one of the branches, bending it heavily and swinging the tree around. as it perches on the end, like some kind of mix between a bird and beast. And that is within its regular movement range and below its athletic score. So that is a simple stunt for it. Pixel, you're getting all up in my biz. Which puts it very close to you. It is going to, I think, attempt to attack, but I don't know that that fight can take place in the tree with the tree handling it all that well. So I'm going to roll a chance of the branches breaking here as it kind of goes to spring at you. We'll say 50% chance of the branch breaking. The branch breaks. Springs at you, kind of shatters the branch that it's on, and grabs the branch that you're on and also pulls it down. So both of you will go tumbling to the ground.
Oh, okay.
You will land at the bottom in a thump. Go ahead and do a dodge save to just kind of like cushion your fall here real quick.
Oh, I'm bad at those. Difficulty?
It's not too terribly high up. Call it 1. You make it.
Just
You manage to land on your feet. The creature itself. Hello, Pixels.
oh no, they're multiplying.
Indeed. Will also land fine. And y'all are on the ground. That's its turn. The next one sees this opportunity to assist its buddy, though, now that you're on the floor, and will charge in here adjacent. You get the attack as it comes in.
Mm-hmm. I believe I will do the endure thing.
No, you get to swing back at it. Like you get the opportunity attack. The threat response attack as it's
Oh,
approaching
right,
the square.
threat response. Right. Up. Melee, there, 2. Accuracy, I do, also. No, not 22. That would be a bit optimistic. Oh, that was a horrible roll.
Definitely not going to hit with that. It will instead strike at you.
Okay.
Goes swiping in with powerful claws. It's going to be tooth and claw medium. +2/+2. 10.
I do believe that. Oh no, my weight is 11.
Yeah. Okay. Second attack. Also a 10. Shocking. Perhaps it's because it's just leaping into the fray and overcome with adrenaline, but these first 2 swings either go a little wide or ricochet off your stone. These 3 like to work as a pack, but I think this one, having spotted Harold as well, is probably going to head off in this direction and go for him.
No, not the cat.
I've got a feeling he knows how to handle himself.
True.
He does, but like a fool, I have placed his stats on a different area.
Oh no.
And He's got those nifty swords. He will hit. Actually, that is a crit.
Nice.
Yeah. Not that that matters any. No, that does matter now because the threat response to taxes are no longer exploit, but it is when you crit with it.
Earlier, you said tumbling down, and that got kill the beast stuck in my head. So that has been my entire combat.
Oh, sorry.
Let's kill the beast.
It's a song by Aurelio Voltaire. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
that guy.
something eating thee. Turn your fear into an effigy. March it through the town, burn it to the ground, and then you will be free.
I think this is... There it is. D10.
I will be right back. I need another.
Oh, good lord. Alright, Harold's starting this off well. Springs up with his sword in hand, with this attack on the way in. The creature accidentally kind of impales itself directly on the sword, taking a rather grievous wound. And then the actual swing that Harold does will be... So we got a fine sword. D6 plus D8. And his personal damage is 4. Alright. So brutal damage coming in from Harold as this thing basically leaps onto him and Harold meets it with sword in face. You can see this blade go straight through it. Doesn't kill it, but it is definitely not pleased about it. Fidelity, you are up.
George?
Let's see here.
Oh, there he is.
So you said Harold looks like he is holding his own really well.
Yeah, it's hard to tell how they would pair against each other. Harold just got a really strong opener. This thing leapt up on him, and Harold was ready with the sword, so its whole weight just kind of impaled itself on this blade. But it certainly looks hurt. He's in a better condition than it is.
Okay.
Actually, hang on. I'm wrong. I fully forgot to have it strike back. Harold just intercepted it on this, and I stopped the turn. Sorry, it gets to attack. With its return attack... a 14 will probably hit him. Let me check here real quick. He's got 30 of these and 14 of these. So yes, he gets critted back. A vicious exchange. And none of those. Despite being impaled, this thing takes a vicious chunk into his neck. It doesn't do nearly as much damage with the exploit attack that goes into it, and then its actual damage is Pretty respectable. So a total 20 into Harold. So Harold is in better condition than this is, but he's not in great condition. That was a brutal exchange. As this fight kind of began, y'all weren't necessarily certain what was going to be coming of it. It actually gets another swing too. Roll 3d8 plus 3. We'll hit again.
Hmm.
You can't exploit twice in the turn. But we'll still do very respectable damage. Do. Let me check something here real quick. If that's where I want that to go.
I'm back now.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. We'll just keep it like that from now, and I will adjust them accordingly as we go. Yeah, so this thing leaps onto his sword, takes a lot of damage, but in that proximity, kind of attached as it is, it has a clear shot toward Harold's neck and just kind of digs into him. He's actually looking extremely bad. He might not even be conscious anymore. He's kind of just sort of like holding on with this thing. As to be expected, wound counts will have to be adjusted and stuff like that. But at present, that was a rough exchange. What was a hoping to be a simple hunting trip has now resulted in this raptor kind of digging tooth deep into this guy's neck.
Ugh.
Yeah, so Fidelity, he could use some assistance.
Okay. So I'm going to try out the new hotness. And I will spend an endure.
Okay.
To go just jump down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many times can I do that?
What to get the extra action?
Yeah.
As many as you've got endure to spend, but they are spent. You don't get to use them for other things.
Well, I think it is worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty sure that's as close as I can get. And does it get a response?
I'm gonna say it's still locked in combat on account of it just kind of got impaled on this this sword here. So no.
Then I'm going to smitily.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here. It's against 2, right?
You're right.
Sorry, I'm still checking my little numbers. There it is. Oh, wow. Okay, I did buy that up. And you know what? I'll buck.
Okay. You're aiming for a 13 here.
Okay. 15 will hit.
It will indeed.
And then where's my weapon? Where'd I hide you? There it is. So that's going to be 2d12. Do I add anything to that? My personal
Your
damage
personal
bonus.
damage bonus, yeah.
Okay, I add that twice also.
I believe so, yeah, because of Buck.
2d12 plus 10. Bloop.
Nice. And you get rerolls on those dice, so you might as well just to see if you get a higher number.
Nope. Wait, yeah. 27.
All right. More than enough. This thing was already mostly dead. So what happens here?
So I leap out of the tree, bound across. Do I have to worry about obstacles at this point? I can't remember if I'm high enough level for that.
No, so they are simple stunts, and in the amount of movement you've done here with your athletics score, you are capable of coming down from that tree without a problem.
All right, cool beans. That's weird. I swear my roll20 keeps reloading.
Oh.
How very curious. Yep.
All the other players did just disappear from the room and are slowly coming back now.
Yeah, that's
Weird.
that's what I was noticing.
It's having a hard time dealing with all the Daggerheart players.
I guess we'll just have to suffer that until the novelty wears off and everybody goes back to playing 5th edition.
Actually, Daggerheart's taken some pretty heavy flack right now because of the decision to lock themselves to Roll20.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Didn't know they did that.
I wouldn't know either because I don't use anybody else.
That's fair.
Because why would I?
Yeah, I mean, there are systems that are popular with other people, but the point is, yeah,
I know. I have looked. I know. I have tried them all. None of them do what I want them to do.
What do you do?
The spear between the teeth. It's like the spear just go. I shove it through its open mouth and wrench it so that it is forced to let go.
You succeed in doing so, as well as probably taking part of the head with you.
Yeah, just like cracking its jaw off and then spinning as the blade spins around. I put it back through the thing's head.
The head is pinned against the rock, the body pinned against Harold's sword. There is blood gushing from the wound there. This is rough. His eyes are kind of like fluttery. In the span of literally a few seconds, this went from 2 hours of waiting to an attack that has nearly removed this big-ass cat's head to an return attack that did remove this big-ass raptor's head. And you are stuck drenched in glowing blood. Because this is the one that had kind of luminous blood in its veins, and the escalation is still kind of like fresh in your field. We still have these other two over here. Evelyn, it's your turn.
Hi.
I still have an action.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Is there a first aid I can do?
Not really. I don't think.
Do we have any Healy food?
I don't think.
We don't have any food on us right now.
There's general first aid you can apply if you want to try to stabilize them. You could just use a medical check for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just like, because that was my idea. Just like slaying this thing and then leaving the dance of Longinus, pinning it to the rock and immediately like putting my hand against the wound on his neck. Just like, what do I do? What do I do?
Yeah, do a mind exert in medicine.
Difficulty?
He's kind of beat up. I'm going to call it 2.
Okay. Let me check my medicine because I'm almost positive that's nothing. Yep.
Yeah. Well, you will do the best somebody in your training in medicine can do.
What's that, John?
I said I have some points in medicine, I believe, but that does not help right now.
Oof, that's rough.
Yeah.
You can twist things twice now.
I'm gonna twist it. Give me a 6.
Oh, so close.
Hi.
But if you
I'll
do it
twist it
again,
again.
yeah, all right. So you're able. You try to put your hand on it. You feel your fingers just fully vanish inside this wound. I mean,
Ooh.
you've seen movies and stuff like that. Oh yeah, sure. I'll put pressure on it. You just go in. You're in his neck. That doesn't seem like a good place to be. You try to put your hands over it, now soaking wet, and start throwing medium at it and just globbing it on, trying to like coagulate this wound, and it takes a startling amount to do so. But basically, you're filling it full of paint to try to like slow down the stuff that's gushing out here, but you do keep him from bleeding out. For the time
like
being.
Furiously like trying to stop this wound, like very obviously noticeably like gagging and retching, like doing everything he can to not vomit.
Mm-hmm. He is actually downed, but currently stable because of the medium that's in the wound. Now it's Evelyn's turn.
All right. I will aim at this little shit right here,
Okay.
and I will use my new fancy feather darts.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that is body exert.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, is ranged mind exert or body exert?
Oh yeah. Sorry, you're shooting at range. It's mind.
Okay, the diff is 2, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Plus. And I get a boon to this, so I actually get 1d8 plus. I'm pretty sure. Nope. A boon to sabotage and stealth, so.
Yeah. Boons to combat stats don't simplify things anyway.
Okay.
Because otherwise everybody would just take them.
Fair.
1 sec. Range, there it is. 2. 2.
Which one were you
I'll
going
spend
for?
a meat. This one.
Okay. Tis a miss.
I'll spend a medium to add a d4.
Okay.
So 12.
Nope.
Okay, never mind. Then for my second action, I'll try again. Nope.
Two
then
darts
I'll-
go sideways.
And then I'll roll the. It's 1d20, right, for the third action?
Yeah. No, it's D10 trying to get equal or under your thing.
Okay.
Just a second here while I check this.
Emmy spends a few moments looking over the rules and comes back, scratching her head, just like, well, there's no rules that say a giraffe can't play football.
Come back, giraffe, I have your baby in me.
I fucking love Clone High so much. Sorry.
I never saw it.
It's real good. The new seasons are actually pretty good too. I haven't seen the second new season, but I should watch it sometime.
I should watch the new seasons.
You should. The first new season was real good. I just haven't seen the second one. I watched it with Lauren. It was pretty fun.
What is your range combat score?
+2.
Okay. So the accuracy on this thing is equal to your no escape score, which is also 2. Both of those scores should have been +4.
Okay.
You're adding
Okay,
your range
yeah.
combat and the accuracy of the weapon to it.
Okay, sorry. I thought it was just, whatchamacallit, to damage. That's all.
No. So that first one hit. And the second one, you had an 8 here. It's actually a 10. If you wanted to twist that, you've got a decent chance of hitting. You need to get a 13.
Yeah, I'll do that. Uh,
Not quite.
no.
Okay.
Alright.
So the first one hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Plus
2d6 and your personal damage bonus.
2. 12 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice.
A vicious hit. Carves it up, blades or feathers, cruising across the face, cutting some pretty deep gouges into it.
And then I'll roll the d10 to see if I can do it again. I can.
Remarkable, considering.
Yeah. I still almost fucked it up.
Get all those bad rolls out of the way.
Okay, yep, that's my turn.
Okay.
At least I got one good hit.
That's true. One good hit. Nugget, you're up.
All right. I want to move over to here. Let me make sure that's within range. Doop. Yeah. Yeah, I want to fly from my tree all the way over to here. And I want to bite him on the butt.
Okay.
Nice.
You will attempt to do an attack on your way in. Um,
You okay, John?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to be audible. It's really hot, so my feet are swollen, and my neuropathy is worse. And I
Okay.
banged my toe against my desk.
Ow.
no fun.
Yeah.
That is a miss on the creature's part. You get to swing. Keep in mind that your melee attacks are simplified. So you're going against difficulty 1, not 2.
Okay. Uh-huh.
You're rolling body exert plus the accuracy of your weapon and your melee score.
No, the accuracy weapon score. Hold
What weapon are you using?
on. Bite.
Okay, so that'll be up in your motif. Which is 2. And then whatever your melee score is. There you go. Definite hit.
It's a stealthy nibble on the butt.
It is a most profound nibble on the butt. Go ahead and roll damage, adding your personal damage bonus to it.
What's this 2x primordial score d6?
Is that your where are you seeing that?
Oh wait, that's for coalescent ball. Never mind.
Yeah, that's if you're using that particular attack, which you can.
Never mind. Sorry, I had a note here with like a little asterisk next to it. Okay, cool.
But if you're just doing the bite, then you just roll the bite damage with the your personal damage
Right.
bonus.
Yeah.
I think your personal damage bonus is going to be higher than a 1.
Has it increased with levels?
It is the highest of either your. Let me look at it really quick here. Da, da, da. Personal damage bonus. It's the highest of either your body exert score or your melee score or your range combat score. Whichever one of those scores is highest is what your personal damage bonus is. So the fact that you added two up there, yeah, so you did 13 damage to it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
You sink in there, that actually gets you another blood point, so your blood pool is maxed at 2 right now.
Nice. Nom 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 nom.
And you have another attack you can do if you want.
Yes. Can I pull out my balls and spend a blood point?
You can. I think it's already active.
Okay. Then yeah, I would like to do that. I'm pulling up the page that has.
What do you want to do with it? Just use the attack?
Yes. And kind of want to hit this guy here.
The one next to it, the purple one?
Yeah, since that's the only other one that's like still alive.
Alright, are you using Blinding Beam?
Yes, that's my level 1 attack, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so you will spend a blood point to do it, and then you fire a beam of light from it. It does d12 damage per primordial point, so 2d12. It does not need to roll to hit unless the target is invisible, which it's not. Only hits somebody once per turn. Beam stationary, focused. Draw the beam through the target if it's mobile and stop it when it hits a solid object. How long does it hang out? For as many rounds as your primordial score. So you can either just use it once or you can make it actually linger.
Let's see how well I roll. 2d12?
Yep.
More substantial than a nipple.
Indeed. Your moon-like ball fires this brilliant white beam that makes a noise of your choice, but something probably quite noticeable, and sears through this thing, dropping it to the ground with a big scorch mark through it.
Beautiful, beautiful. No need to keep that around. Just use it that one time then.
And that is your turn. Ambrose.
All right. Let me see. What is the... Let me get here and see what the range of my weapons are. That would be under Tiefin. Okay, let me see. Fountain pen.
Long range weapons are 20 squares, everything else is melee. And you can use any weapon as anything. So if you're shooting at long range, your range is 20.
Okay. I was going to throw my... That's not what I meant to do. I'm going to throw my spear, which I'm going to lovingly call the plight of the bumblebee. The end like a stinger at this monster.
That one is dead. At moment, there's only this one over here, and it actually has cover. Pretty substantial cover, so you're going to have to move if you want to do it.
Alright, then I will move my flight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Can I see it from here?
Yeah.
Okay, now I will throw my spear at it. Okay, and that is my mind exert or mind perceive to throw? Ranged.
I want to say it's exert. Let me look.
Okay.
Of course it's exert.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's exert.
2d8 plus 3, and I have a boon in that. 8 plus 3.
The,
Oh wait, does my
yeah,
weapon get accuracy as well?
yeah.
Or
The weapon usually has accuracy.
okay, give me a second. Frick. Do you happen to know what page the weapons are on? Or the weapon
They're in
section?
your
I mean?
motif. So for you, it's
Oh, okay. So I'm looking at Crown 10 then.
well, that's
Okay.
you're using bite, right? Or sting,
Oh,
rather.
I was going to sting, yeah.
Yeah. So page 76. Your accuracy's 2.
Oh, okay. So that's a grand total of +5 to this. Thank you. Come on, baby. 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. And my damage is, let me check. I have that written down. I just got to find 1d12 right now. Plus my personal damage bonus,
Right.
which is 1. For a whopping 9 damage.
Hurts though.
And then I'm going to summon it back to my hand and fling it at it again. Do that.
It is going to actually use an endure to do a couple things.
Okay.
As you make your first attack, it will use an endure, and many of the wounds that were dealt to it will begin to seal themselves back up.
Oh shit, this is the regeneration one.
Slash roll. It then takes the damage, and it will react to your second attack by doing the same thing, as it's like, oh, I'm alone. Or not, -4, -1. It's got 4 left. And seal it back up again.
Oh, okay. Let me roll my second attack.
Doesn't do very well this
16.
time.
Yeah.
The 16
And
hits.
Okay. And my 1d12 plus for 10 damage.
Nice. Wow, that second regeneration, even though it only did 1, saves it from being downed.
Amazing.
It is hanging on with 1 wound, doing its best here. Panting hard, has just vicious gashes in this spear through it. It is now the twins' turn.
All right. Well, we're already there. Might as well give it a whumping.
And react to your incoming attack. It is going to try to heal.
It's just that one left, right?
Yeah. Go for it. It only managed to heal 3. 11 will miss, unless you want to twist it.
No, I have another attack.
Actually, you have a lot more attacks.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
That's better.
To that second attack, it will again spend. It is trying to get its hit points back here. Go for it.
What was my damage? 2.
That is enough. It is trying to knit its flesh, actively forcing its metabolism into this kind of reconstruction process. And even as the skin is pulling itself back over its exposed musculature, you get in there and overpower it. What did you want to do?
I'm thinking Vincent will just basically rear up and just, slam his front paws like down with as much of his considerable weight as he can.
You crunch this thing's head. The regeneration, powered by sheer metabolic frenzy, continues to attempt to put it together, but it no longer has any kind of structure to do so. So skin is trying to wrap around nothing and is just spooling itself out into like a curtain, and these bones are trying to knit, but they're just crushing the brain in the process. It's a terrible thing to see.
Ugh.
The thing twitches on the ground and ultimately can no longer fuel itself. And that's it. In the span of a couple seconds, 2 hours of waiting, concludes in a moment of carnage, and the rest of you can kind of come around and hear the sounds of stuttered breath coming from Harold's direction.
Hell!
I'm coming. I can help. Going.
To paraphrase Apollo 13, that was 2 hours of waiting followed by 5 seconds of sheer terror.
Yeah. All right. I have a boon in medicine, and I have 2 in that. So what can I roll to help, like, ease this patch job that Fidelity has done?
Not a bunch. This is a... What inside there? It's interesting. So I rolled a D10 instead of a 12 because I don't want to risk killing our major NPC here. This just is an unceremonial way to lose him. But I did roll max on it, so he is near death, and currently can't speak, but has been quasi-stabilized. There doesn't really seem to be a whole lot anybody can do about it unless you can get some kind of a salve onto him or some form of actual like brushwork repair. He's currently just kind of sitting at like alive but in need of pretty desperate treatment. That said, you have 3 fresh kills and some knowledge of gastromancy. You might be able to create some kind of potion to help him.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's get on it.
Do we have the correct doodle bops?
Let's find out. You gotta go get these critters and see what you can get.
Yep. Gotta harvest.
It is page
246. It looks like.
Yeah.
So if this is a standard creature or a large creature.
I'm gonna call them standard. They're not huge.
Okay. D4 non-unique.
Oh. Go ahead.
In the intermission, I took time to just go get myself like some cheese and crackers.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, I think I got plenty of time for my turn, and I come back and it's over.
It was very brief combat. Yeah, there will be some adjustments. Which I mean, this is why we do it. Damage is coming out very quickly. I actually kind of like because I don't like spending 6 hours on a combat, but I do want more longevity than we had here. So either wounds are going up or damage is going down.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
This is how we do it.
I kind of don't like reducing damage because rolling big dice be fun, but like, I also having enormous wound counts gets obnoxious. So I'm not sure.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out. But yeah, go ahead and roll for harvest. Also, you can take unique ingredients from one of these guys. I'm going to change the unique ingredient thing a little bit. You're supposed to harvest while they're still alive, but I think in situations where the kills are really fresh like this, you can probably still do it. So if you would like to pick one you want to try to harvest from, by the time you actually manage to like gut and slaughter them all, the uniques are going to be spoiled on the other 2.
Okay.
I'll take the one closest to me.
I will take this one over by Fidelity.
Okay. Start disassembling them. For the getting stuff, it is
D4, I believe, according to the book.
D4.
No.
How long does that take?
I'm going to say you're trying to do it pretty quickly, so call it like, I mean, we're not doing an amazing job of it because actual butchery takes hours. But... Amazing.
Nugget and Ambrose like, I found a meat.
Was I supposed to do a good job pulling this apart with my beak, or I just wanted to get in there?
What exactly do we roll? It's a D4.
Yeah, so D4 non-unique ingredients. Go ahead and roll it for the next one. Remember, you can twist if you want to. This is probably a good time to do it because you only get one shot at this.
Yeah, I think I'll twist. With a D4, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, John?
What?
That's what I thought.
We can twist? I'll
Yeah,
spend a medium to twist.
because you're not going to get another go at it, so.
Okay, so that's 3 total for me.
Okay, you get 3, Nugget gets 4, and then Fidelity gets 4 because you can't pull over. There's only so much stuff on there. So yeah, pretty good. Let's figure it out here. You're gonna have on the first one, I'm going to say you get some meat, some organs, and some bone.
Okay.
And on the second one, you're going to get some skin and some fat and some more meat.
Okay.
And on the third one, we're going to say this is where your unique comes from. So which one did you want to try to harvest the unique from?
Did we harvest? Do you guys think it would be better to harvest it from the regenerating one? Since we're trying to heal Harold with this meal?
That's
That makes
a good
sense.
point. Yeah.
Probably,
That's
yeah.
smart.
Okay, the regenerating one.
Okay, so you head over to that one and try to harvest it from it, which is a just unpleasant process. When you're harvesting uniques, in order to try to avoid spoiling them because they're special, you need to do some kind of luck, depending on how it is you're approaching it, or some kind of roll. So
Okay.
it could be luck if you're trying to lean on that. It could be medicine. It could be craftsmanship. Play to your strengths. Just describe how you're doing it. It's not quite as easy as extracting it. You have to preserve its integrity.
I would
Pull
like to
stuff
use
out.
medicine.
Okay.
Oh, go on.
Pull stuff out until it stops regenerating and go, aha, this is the important bit.
That's the one.
Okay,
All right,
so
you
is
go for the
that
scan.
mind? Is that mind perceive or mind exert?
Mind exert.
Okay, so 2d8 plus 2.
Knife goes in, guts come out. Knife goes
And I have a
in,
boon
guts-
on this. I've forgotten again. What do boons do?
That simplifies it. So it's going to
Okay.
be difficulty 2, but it's 1 for you.
Okay, so a d8 and a d10. Let me do that real quick. 8 plus d10 plus 2. I have a 10. Can I spend another medium to twist that?
Do you have any left?
Yeah, I've only spent one. Well, I spent the bonus one that I had, and then I've spent one of my others.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
That'll do it.
Hey, 14.
You surgically go to extract a portion of the skin that seems like it's still vital. It is a weirdly tricky process. The wound is closing itself as you're opening it. You actually end up having to create stints of medium while you're doing it. It is unpleasant. You pull it out, and it actively begins growing in your hands. Like it's just kind of becoming more of itself.
Oh, I'll be like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
And you get the idea that if you don't cook with this quickly, it's probably just going to lose its vitality and become mush.
The fire's still going, right?
Yeah, the fire is still going. So from this last one, add skin and unique, and I'm going to call blood for this one.
Okay, so unique skin.
Unique and skin.
Okay,
The unique is a special kind of skin, but you had to get through a lot
okay.
of skin to get to it.
Unique skin, blood, and what was the other one?
That's 3 from. Was there 4
okay.
from this?
Yeah, one of them had 4.
Have some more fat.
Okay. Let me look at gastromancy here now that I have it open. Let's see it dry.
Your quickest wound restoration things are usually in the drinks.
Okay.
And they don't necessarily take a ton of stuff. You can bone broth will get you D4 wounds. You guys have good ingredients, so if you want to go for something that restores more, Skin tonic needs leaves and pollen, which you could go try to find. Not everybody needs to be involved with the butchery. If you want to try to scavenge other stuff, you could send some other people out.
Yeah, I'll look for other stuff. I haven't done
I'll
anything
do
so
that.
far.
Yeah, I'll do that too because I'm not touching the guts.
Okay, do body perceives and see what you can find. I'm going to say difficulty 2. You are out in the jungle. There's lots of stuff out here.
Two.
Nice.
17.
Both of you are able to find sufficient ingredients to supply the leaves and pollen you would need if you wanted to do skin tonic. And you have skin sitting around.
That
So
does sound like a good idea.
that is one you could make. Milk you don't have. You couldn't do the really good one there.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you can also look for foods to put together if you want to. But yeah, I think your quickest option is to make the tonic.
Yeah, the skin tonic seems the best.
Unfortunately, the only one that heals an injury won't do anything here.
Uh,
At least the only one I can see that heals injuries. It's
Are
the,
meals?
organs and organs and
Ah.
beans.
Organ stew. Oh,
Heal
no.
one injury, provided that injury was below a 5.
yeah,
Which-
Merheart will
which is
heal.
of
Will ignore any injury, but only for D4 hours. You would need milk for that one too, though.
Okay, so we're gonna go with skin tonic. We need 2 leaves and 2 pollen.
All right.
Yeah, we got those.
You were able to sit together around the fire and kind of collectively work out what these things do by sort of feeling them. There is a kind of like in the way of just sort of like kneeling, experimenting, and kind of desperation. You get some idea of what you think will result in a good thing. Who has the F2 stroke? I know somebody does. Sorry,
I've got
I'm looking
it.
at the wrong one. That's where are you hiding?
Skin tonic.
Yeah, what does it need?
That is F4,
Okay,
which I do not have.
Who's got F4?
Let me see.
Ambrose.
Ambrose
I think
has it?
Evelyn.
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it for.
All right, so you can do that one. In order to actually create it, might exert in craftsmanship with difficulty equal to the number of individual ingredients in the piece. So this has 3, I think.
Okay. Okay, so mind exert, which is 2. And the difficulty is 3.
Yeah.
Okay, and medicine won't help me with that, will it?
Uh,
Oh, it's craftsmanship. I have 3 in craftsmanship. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Slash roll 1d8 plus 1d6 plus 3. Oh, baby, come on. I'll spend another medium and twist it. That leaves me with 1 medium, though.
Anybody else can donate theirs.
I'll
Oh.
donate some medium.
Thank you.
Yeah. As Ambrose is trying to put this together, he starts muttering about not being able to put enough power into it, and you are able to lean in and donate some of your own medium to twist it as well. Go ahead and roll the dice.
Okay. Do you want me to roll it, or do you want Rowan to roll it?
Rowan can either directly affect it or hand the medium to you. It's really just a flavor thing. It's the same D4.
Okay.
I'll hand the medium to you. I'll kind of leave in and give you a little peck on the cheek.
Thank you.
Peck.
Can do this.
Yay!
There you go.
Yay!
It was sufficient. You are able to put this together, and you can feel the familiar kind of humming of a medium infused object as it kind of tickles the musings. In that sensation that just kind of indicates to you that this thing is empowered. You think it worked.
Okay. I have a question about the unique thing that we've taken.
Uh-huh.
if we do not cook with that, would it be possible to place it over the wound in his neck so that when he drinks, it doesn't all just spill out?
So that won't spill out because it's full of Fidelity's medium right now.
Oh, okay, fair. Never mind then.
It's
And I will.
he's being held stable.
Okay, I will. With Evelyn's help, with her medium, with the little kiss she gave me, he will push that medium in as well to the simmering that he's doing, and when it is ready, he will he'll look around and be like, Evelyn, can you see if in Harold's packs he has like a cup or something that we could use to feed this to him?
I nod and begin looking. Does he have a cup we can put it in?
Yep.
Fantastic.
He's got a
When
whole
Evelyn's
camping
like,
set in there.
hell yeah. I imagine he's got one of them cool.
Oh, those cups absolutely nest in each other. There's like 6 of them.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I was gonna say we just had dinner, so I imagine we've got something.
That's fair. Ambrose will take the cup, fill it up with one of the servings of the skin tonic, and fly over to where Fidelity is resting beside Harold and say, "Open his mouth, please. I gotta feed him this. I think this will help. I think we did it right."
He does so. This whole time he's just been sitting there holding his hand, like crying and wiping his eyes.
It is definitely a pretty brutal sight to look on. These are not small wounds on a not small person. You get the beverage into his mouth, and are able to reasonably certainly get it down the throat, although it's kind of hard to keep him from choking on it. Somebody might actually have to manually just kind of hold his throat open.
Yeah.
Which is altogether a concerning process too, as that's fully a hand inside this giant cat's mouth.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I'm there for that. But yeah, you're able to kind of like keep the tongue down and get it into what you believe is his stomach. And then it's just a matter of like there's this kind of like wincing face, even in this much injury. Clearly, this is not a palatable drink.
Yeah.
But
I really like the description of it.
Yeah, me too.
Also, it is important to know how long this whole process is taking, because I restore everyone within 2 squares of me 5 wounds every 10 minutes.
Nice. Yeah. So this is probably a 20-minute process.
Okay.
So that is helping kind of put him back together a little bit. Enough that this probably isn't so hard to get working. But just in light of the fact that he's got a throat injury, he got the same mute result that was done earlier. By this, he probably still needs help drinking it. Roll 2d6.
Okay. Slash roll 2d6. I'm not selected in the bar.
And hope you roll well, because you actually can't twist this. Aww. All that
no,
work.
what did I do? No!
It was your
Fuck
first
me.
attempt to make this dish. It is to be expected that some things aren't going to work great. 3 more
At
wounds
least
are gained
yours.
immediately. You can see this kind of shoring up of energy. But in light of the fact that 5 wounds were also gained, just by virtue of being next to this Selu, he's actually looking better.
Okay.
So eyes are
Inwards.
open. Wounds are beginning to close up, not actively bleeding anymore. Your medium is able to disperse. Pretty big scar there on the neck where the fur has been torn away and all this stuff. This is the first time that you've kind of witnessed healing being done on an organic being. And it is this sort of stark reminder to you that you all are painted creatures because it's messy. On Harold, the hair isn't coming back. The scar is very visible. He looks like he's nearly had his head removed. These big old teeth marks and stuff, and they're sealed. And he's not, dying or anything anymore. But he looks like he got roughed up by a velociraptor, and lived to tell the tale. He gives you all a look. He tries to open his mouth and talk, and just kind of like makes a gurgly noise, and sighs, and like leans back down, and then sort of smiles and looks at you thankfully, as if apologetic that he got his ass kicked that quickly.
I am going to pull from my jewelry a scarf. Like, not one that's made for, like, keeping the heat, but, like, a fashion scarf that's, like, a little sheer, but will cover his scar, and I will just, like, gently work it around his neck and start tying it fashionably.
he kind of grins tiredly, and looks appreciative for his new adornment. He kind of points to his mouth and just sort of shakes his head, indicating that he doesn't seem to be able to speak.
Great.
Let's see.
He'll look over at the now vaguely slaughtered body of the creature on the ground and kind of give it a kick with his foot in some gesture that is probably some degree of a middle finger, before kind of laughing to himself.
Let's see. What do we have that might fix the wound, not just restoring weight?
Yeah, you do still have ingredients left if you can find some way to fix it. Unfortunately, most of the injury restoring stuff needs milk.
Yeah.
He needs some milk.
Evelyn, get over here.
So shut up.
But
Instead,
you know,
It's your time to shine.
Ability, grow some tits.
This may just be a thing if you need to get him back to town before he can get fixed.
Yep. Like, we have some ingredients. We're not that far from town. Walk with us?
He nods, you know, kind of indicating that this is a good idea. And will open up his pack. He seems pretty ambulatory at this point. He's just unable to talk, and he's, you know, rubbing his neck like, fuck, this hurts. But he pulls out some storage containers for putting various foods and stuff in, and he points to the squirming unique ingredient that you still have in your hand, and he kind of makes this gesture pointing to, like, kind of a spectral pocket next to him, and kind of like indicates, you know, poof.
I will attempt to put it in my pocket with the token.
Okay. Yeah, favorite tokens are just in your head. The pocket is like an extra dimensional space. If there's nothing
put it in my pocket.
If there's nothing else in there, you can do it. If you already had something in there.
Nope, I haven't had anything in there yet.
Okay, you are able to kind of open up space and deposit the skin inside. Any nods, like, good job.
Okay.
Fidelity has stopped crying and is like,
Go
ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sorry, I didn't get to it. Vincetta is gonna walk over to you when there's a, you know, when things have calmed down, and is gonna give you a hug.
I'll do the same.
To Fidelity?
I'm gonna put,
Yes.
I'm gonna be busy putting the food away, so I will hug Fidelity later.
Alex, I haven't heard you in a minute. What are you doing?
I want to wrap my body around everybody else in this group hug.
Oh,
The snake constricts all of you. You die.
Adventure over.
I guess we learned a new
Not for
thing
everyone.
that Lois Eddies can do.
Group hugs.
Yep. Smash cuts from the hug to Nugget with 5 lumps in her body.
Yeah, Nugget has consumed the rest of this this meal that's done here. Well, you know, any of the ingredients that weren't actually able to successfully be harnessed are now Nugget food.
No.
I do like pecking scraps.
There is plenty to be had here, and the skin is delightful on this thing in front of you, because some of it keeps squirming just all the way down. You could just kind of feel it in your belly.
Nom, nom,
It's like when you eat rice and you just get more full after the fact, except instead of expanding because of the fluid, it's just growing more skin.
nom, nom, nom. Yeah, nom, 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 nom. Yeah, nom, nom, nom.
And once I have made sure that our ingredients are stored away so they'll last a little bit, which I have recorded on my sheet, so
Mhm.
I won't lose them. Ambrose will look around and he'll try and find, like, he doesn't quite understand the way injuries work because to him you just die and come back. So he doesn't know how, like, a neck injury might affect his Harold's legs. So he'll find like a nice stick and bring it over to him.
Harold will pick up the stick. It doesn't really look like he needs it necessarily, but he appreciates the gesture.
Yeah.
He's looking a little downtrodden. It's clear that he didn't necessarily want to get, become a burden when he was trying to guide people toward the things. So he's just a little sullen looking. But also there is a degree of just sort of like wizened maturity about it, of like, this is the reality of the fact that I, am kind of retired of this particular life, and also we're fighting monsters. They were bigger than I thought they were going to be. So he's looking a little nonplussed, but also, glad to be not dead.
After getting hugged and accepting that, Fidelity is like walking back, just like, what the fuck? I thought you were good at this.
He makes a chuckling noise and just kind of reaches out and gives you a pretty firm side hug. And it's hard to necessarily tell what it is that he's thanking you for, if it's the healing field that you're projecting, or if it's just kind of sticking around him. But he can't necessarily say it out loud. All he can kind of do is sort of like look at the bloodied sword in front of him that still has the glowing blood on it, and I guess sigh. As you all make your way back.
Fidelity is clearly mad, but that kind of like, I'm mad because I don't want to be scared by how awful this situation was. Kind of mad.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing that. That here is what it is. He's doing that young man thing where he's like, I have feelings that I don't want to deal with, so I'm going to be mad instead.
What is he doing that's mad though? Just
He's
getting on
like
Harold's
grumbling.
case.
It's like, just like, why would you do this if you're gonna, if it was that easy?
There's not a whole lot he can say on account of physically. There's not a whole lot he can say.
Yeah.
Taking advantage of it.
Yeah. He definitely looks a little irritated, but also he's kind of accepted that, like, I got dropped. I gotta take my lumps. This is just how it works. So he will kind of guide everybody back to home, but without sort of the somewhat confident bearing that he usually projects.
Also, everybody who hugs him gets a kiss on the cheek.
Aw.
By the time you get back, Fidelity's healing field has brought everybody back up to full, including him.
Yay.
His neck is looking as smoothed over as it can be, but it is still a unstitched vicious scar. It doesn't heal clean. It just heals successfully. And
That's why he has a new fashionable scarf.
yeah, the fur will not grow back either until it's had time to do so naturally. There is a sort of visual reminder to the folks involved of the difference between flesh and blood and paint. When he gets back to the spot with the kills in tow, he is greeted by the guards as they open the door for them. There is a brief kind of conversation where he kind of shows the wound and kind of indicates that he can't talk anymore before they sort of like nod and wave you back and kind of give a general applause of, hey, successful kill, thanks for not letting Harold die, that would have sucked.
It's like, I'm so mad.
Why? This is a great haul. These are easily 50, 60 pounds heavier than we figured they'd be.
Our friend
Just
got
like
hurt.
arms crossed, grumpy.
They
So
look
it's-
for all the world to be very pleased with the amount of stuff that was brought back. These were clearly larger specimens of this particular breed.
Mm.
They are tasty. Can confirm.
Don't mind him. He's just being a grumpy horse.
There is a general sort of like chatter between the guards that are in the guardhouse there, of which there are probably like 6 or so, of hushed whispers. Those of you who wish to try to hear can roll perception scores.
Okay. Which perception?
Body perceive. I'm gonna say difficulty.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm good at that.
Difficulty 3. They're trying to whisper amongst themselves, but
I got a 13.
Holy crap.
remember, if you
Oh.
twist, they can see you twist it.
I'm not going to twist. Sorry, for a second I thought the 13 was me. I was I'm bummed. I should have known better because there's an 8.
2 of you are able to successfully overhear conversations of, oh, it's always wild to see Muses go out to something like this. There's not a scratch on any of them. Look at that. It's like they didn't even fight anything. There's
I'll
just
have
kind
you
of
know.
general conversation of like, there's sort of mixes. Some people are kind of awestruck. Some people seem a little grumpy about it. Like, it's they don't have to deal with threats. They just kind of like wish it back and it's fine. It's just sort of like different attitudes toward the sheer difference between somebody that they respect as a commander, perhaps even served under at some point, having gotten his ass just handed to him in a hunt against monsters that turned out to be larger than were expected to be, and the fact that his party has returned entirely unscathed from it.
I would like to point out that Ambrose has not washed yet. He was, because they basically went from the fight and went back, so he's still covered in blood from harvesting.
Oh yeah, no, they can all tell that you participated. Nobody's saying
Okay.
that you didn't.
Okay.
They're all like, it's just, you can just kind of tell they're not human. The notions. It's just, this is just a regular fight for them. If anything, they are commenting of the sort of like the difference in overall power level, or the fact that
okay.
you don't have to worry about harm, or they perceive you as not having to worry about harm.
Mm.
But he's taken off to a medical tent where they presumably have some way to deal with his injury. And you all can head down to the mess hall and see if you can get your food preserved.
Okay.
Unless you want to hang out in the tent with him.
Let's say Ambrose will hang out with the tent that they're going to be caring for Harold at, but he will hand the food off to everyone else and say, like, I should not go to the mess hall this messy.
Ah.
I feel kind of the same if I've got blood all over my beak.
I think we're all soaked.
Yeah, you're all
That's
pretty
fair.
torn up. They would probably prefer that you not go into town looking the way that you do.
And perhaps we should shower first.
Those facilities are limited as well, but you do have somebody who knows how to create water. And
That's
he has been
true.
very quiet lately because the big cat that he loves and respects and has kept him safe nearly fucking died out. So Jean-Luc's been quiet this whole ride back.
Oh.
And there's this kind of echo of fear and, again, second guessing on his face as the newest of several parental figures nearly met the grave today.
Mm.
I will hold his hand to try and comfort him.
He holds it back and is trembling. We will hold it there because I'm going to have to go pick up my kiddo.
Okay.
Quick
All
question.
Mm.
Is there a way that we could combine water and wind to, like, make a shower?
You just do exactly that. Any of these spells can be painted into whatever shape you want to, as long as it's not breaking them.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Then together with Ambrose, we'll look to Jean-Luc and then look at Fidelity and say, Fidelity, remember what you did with the wind with the smoke? Could you do that with Jean-Luc's water?
I just want to point out I just replied with a nod, like an idiot.
Excellent. Superb.
Great.
It's like, I can try. Come here, kid.
Jean-Luc will head over and attempt to create it. I'm going to give him his full dice, but I would not be surprised if he fails this. And I'm not going to let him twist it because he's shaken up. He actually got it. Somehow he pushes through. Like he's at this point he's becoming kind of accustomed to being terrified. He's able to jump in the water because everybody needs it.
Yay.
I'm gonna, as I'm walking over there, I take off my diadem and use the tall points to I just stab it into my wrist and start drawing like the medium of my blood out to restore some quick medium.
Nice.
So I'll take 2d10.
Okay.
To get, hold on, let me actually see how that works again. I can use 2d10 to recover one medium as a standard action. I'm sorry, 1d10 to recover. Yeah. Okay.
You can do it twice if you want to, but
I'll just do it once. / roll 1d10 just to have some medium on hand.
You stab yourself harder than you really meant to. You're angry. You're a little frustrated. You don't know what you're feeling, but you're like, I know I've got something in me somewhere. Fuck, that was. Don't show it. Don't show it.
Like biting the inside of his cheek.
But it works though. You're like, oh fuck, that felt good, and you feel enriched.
I'm a high school student with an eraser.
Oh yeah, that's what happened to my hand. That's why I have that cool kick-ass scar on my hand. I don't know if anyone knows.
Reference. Gotcha.
But in the 2000s, but at least in my friend group, we used to do this thing where we take an eraser and just rub it on our skin really fast to see who could last the longest. And the answer was me, and I got a kick-ass scar out of it.
I knew a bunch of kids who did that.
Mm-hmm.
When it was the 90s.
Sorry, I was quiet. I'm shoving my face full of crackers and cheese and kielbasa.
I see that your cannibalism is more important than participating in Emily's game.
What do you mean cannibalism?
You're eating a cracker.
Fuck you.
Okay, y'all are able to do that and get yourselves washed up.
Yep.
I am going to start the recording here.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yes. So you peer backward in time. Um, you from your distance, you can see this kind of like sitting for a little while in its current state. And then slowly, or actually rather suddenly, the big open area of all these trees that is just open around this thing closes in, as though all the trees were back. As you kind of like peel away the layers of time, and as you kind of cycle back and forth between those, you see this moment where at one point over the span of like less than a second, this tree area, which looks like it's half an acre of trees, just kind of explodes outward, and there's nothing in it any longer. The life is absent from it. There was no explosion, there was no fire, there was no particular force that you saw. It's just sort of like gone. And you can almost see this little trail of areas where this has occurred, leading backward, further up toward the mountain, bit by bit, but not very far. There had been like little ones here, here, and then kind of this big one that kind of ate everything up, and then whatever did it is just kind of standing in the middle, um, and you can kind of hear this sort of voice on the wind.
Hmm. But I can't get a good look at it.
From this distance, not necessarily. I mean, you can see that there's kind of a humanoid figure down there, but you're like miles out from where this is.
I will reveal this information to everyone, and then I'll say, I don't know. I don't know if I should get closer or.
Well, we know where it is, right?
Mhm.
So we can at least report that back.
Yeah.
Do we need to get much closer?
I mean, a description of the thing would be nice.
Mm-hmm. But
Maybe
then again,
maybe get a little closer. Try to get a better look at it.
okay.
But be careful.
Yes.
Of course, of course. I will silently try to get closer.
Go ahead and actually, you're still out quite a ways in the dark too. What do you have for stealth for this? I thought you had some kind of benefit for being at night. Let me see.
Well, first of all, I have +2 and +2 in stealth and a boon.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. I'm gonna say difficulty 1 based on your current like location far away from this thing.
Okay.
Pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right, it rolled well too, but not well enough. You were able to get close enough that you can get a good view at it. With bird eyes being what they are, you don't have to get all that much closer. From what you can tell, without actually being at the ground level, it kind of almost looks like a completely sort of hollowed out, um, uh, um, dehydrated like body of a person, just kind of sitting, kneeling, with empty eye sockets and this sullen, hollowed face, staring up at the sky, that is sort of perpetually like weeping, this sort of sand from its eye sockets. And even as you only got closer by about half a mile over the course of like 3 or 4 from this actual target, um, the sound that it emitted hit even like deeper within you, to the point that you kind of felt like your heart skip and flutter a few beats. This thing kind of feels like it grounded you, or like it was threatening to ground you a little bit. You actually feel your medium kind of retract a little. I'm going to yank a point from you right now.
Oof.
Yank a point of what?
You
Medium.
lose a point of medium.
Okay.
you can kind of feel like your ability to sort of like to produce, to thrive in the environment that this thing is exuding is being like just sucked from you.
Let's see. Okay. I will keep that in mind.
Beyond that, there doesn't necessarily seem to be much else to see. It is currently stationary.
I will flutter back, shaking and rubbing my arms. I'd like to leave now.
Are you okay?
Yeah, but the thing, I don't like it. I'm just gonna say that I don't like it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great.
Feels like a nightmare.
Appropriate.
All right, I think that is all they can expect of us. Let's head back.
Hmm.
Y'all turn back around and head off toward the city again. Um, Taking off in that direction, it's quiet for the first 10 minutes or so. As you've gotten closer, you hadn't necessarily realized how quiet the forest had gotten, but right now it just feels like nothing in it wants to talk.
Mhm.
But as you get further and further away from this site, various sounds begin to reemerge. Dawn is starting to approach at this point. The overall sounds of the dawn chorus, just the sound that Gallery makes, the music that it makes as it is kind of coming to life, begins to reopen in your ears. And it occurs to you that it had kind of faded. A lot of that music that is just kind of perpetuating the space just wasn't there for a little while. Um, but it is slowly coming back in life, and as you reach the kind of warm wood of the exterior of Caterwall, and it feels a bit more solid than things had moments before. You knock on the door, and they open it up for you and be like, are you all right? You got everything now?"
Yeah, we found it.
And we didn't do anything about it, just like we were told to.
They open the door for you, and well, you're gonna sit you back down at the map again. Um, I mean, like I come in and there's some general chuckle of like, well, we'll see if you found, a bird this time or something like that. But Harold is kind of looking over at um, Evelyn and being like, I don't think it was a bird. What did you see?
Uh, Coming from the mountains, just trees exploding out and being decimated like something is, I don't know, jumping, teleporting, something. Um, it appeared in the clearing. It looked like a person, sort of desiccated, hugging its knees and weeping.
Was it making any noise?
I nod.
The guards have gotten a little quieter, and he just kind of points at the map and says, "Okay, where?"
I'll point to it.
He will mark it down and then makes a pretty wide circle around it and kind of taps at it and nods to the guard and says, um, there's your perimeter." Um, and they kind of have a quick conversation regarding logistics. I think the road's still okay. It's very far away from where the road is. It's pretty far from the coast. As long as we stay off the coastline, we're probably all right. Redirect everything off to the west. There's just or to the east. There's a just like general logistics that takes place before the guard leaves. Um, Before he kind of like rolls up the map and kind of smiles at y'all and he says, "You did it. Good job. Um, you found it. Yeah, that's called a desolation, and that would not have been good."
A desolation?
Definitely not something we need near the city. They are what they sound like. Nothing really survives near them. It's a localized disaster.
Oof, I
Um,
see.
most nightmares will wander a little bit. Desolations tend to stay put. There's probably a fence post over there it wandered out of. All we can really do is wait for a little bit. There's ways to stop them, but it's off the beaten path. As long as we steer clear, it should dissipate after a while.
Like we could just go kill it.
No. I felt it pulling my medium out of my body.
He kind of like quirks ahead at Fidelity and says, "What's your wish to die?"
It's like nobody believes in us.
Yeah, he kind of smirks a little bit and says, "You don't believe in picking your battles?"
It's like I'm trying to pick a battle, nobody will let me.
What he means is pick a battle you're not guaranteed to lose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He says, why don't we, talk a little bit about what it is that you can and cannot handle right now, and then we'll figure out a battle that's a little more your speed. And then we can see about, fighting localized disasters.
Fidelity just like rolls his eyes super hard.
And then so I'm not holding y'all any longer. We should stop there.
Okay. Thank you so much, Emmy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you. It was very fun.
Mm-hmm.
That was great.
Is it Thursday yet?
Soon. Which means I need to come up with a ship for Thursday. But I think Fidelity has been kind enough to arrange a fight with something else. Maybe we can go fight some monsters.
Mm-hmm.